talk about different techniques that you can use with a roller. We talked about how to roll large surface areas, but I want to show you some of the things that you can do with a roller to increase efficiency around the job site. Now, obviously we can do all these large sort of wall-like areas with a roller, but what about something like this? Here we have a soft piece and a fascia piece that connects. It's all white, it's all being done in the same flat paint that this wall was painted with here. It's a diamond matte ICI product, very good quality product. So a lot of painters might look at this, and in my earlier days I definitely would have looked at this and said, okay, let's brush it. So I would have taken a cut can on site, my paintbrush here, and I would have said, well, we got to brush this interior crack for sure. Right, so I'm going to get my paint there and brush that and get it into that corner because we're doing both substrates with the same color. Okay, then what I would have done is said, well, we got to brush this, that's for sure. Started brushing all that, and I would have had a cut can, so it might have been a bit faster. Then I would have come to this fascia piece, cut the bottom edge here, and then obviously done my cut line right against the perimeter there. I would have said, great. And I would have moved along doing all the fascias, and there's some lovely fascias in this office around the house. I might have moved along in the same manner. Now, another technique that I could have done is, in my earlier painting days, I would have taken a mini roller and a tray, and this probably would have been faster as well. And I would have done this area here, well, I'll do it here, I guess, with the mini roller, and I would have just sort of gotten into that edge like that. Great, now I don't have to get in there with a brush, because it's the same color. Mini roll it up, great. You know, come to the edge here. Then I probably would have grabbed my brush and done most of this piece here with my brush. But what I'd recommend that you do is use your big roller. Anything you can fit a big roller on, fit it. Just because it seems like a bit of an odd object, doesn't mean we can't get creative. So instead what I'm going to do is get my big roller, fill it with some paint, and I don't need to cut this with a brush. I can simply do this. And then I can roll this off it, cut the inner edge, cut that edge, even paint that like that, and in about a second I've done the entire face, which it took me a lot longer to do with the brush and everything else. So I go like this again, good, hit the bottom edge, and now, of course, because we have to do cutting with our brush, I take my brush and I cut the edge here all the way around, because I can't make straight lines with anything but a brush. Unless you're a super pro painter, we won't get to that right now. Okay. In about the same amount of time it first took me to paint about a 1.5 foot section, maybe a touch longer, but 1.5 foot section with my brush, I've now painted that entire section with a big roller in about 30 seconds. So that'll just teach you job site efficiency. Everything you can paint with a big roller, you got to paint with a big roller. Same thing as interior ceilings. When you're doing interior work and you're doing a color on the wall and white on the ceiling, well, we're not going to roll the ceiling white and then carefully cut the white edge around the room and then carefully cut the color edge around the room. We're going to take that roller and we're going to roll it right into the corner of that wall, around the ceiling, so that we get all the ceiling white, even the corner, with the roller, and it's going to get on the wall. But that's okay, because after that we're going to take the color and then we're going to cut the beautiful ceiling line like that. But if I took the time to cut the white and cut that color, well, now I'm doubling my time and losing efficiency. So really anything you can use a roller for, do it. Hinges like this, it seems like an object we normally have to cut with a brush. Something like this, yeah, we have to get behind that handle with a brush, but this, roll it. First I thought we were going to have to cut that, and then I realized, hey, I got to learn something here too, and you can really, it's a 20 mil. Get in there thick, and then just carefully roll off those pieces. Don't make too much of a mess. Watch your drips, that's for sure. But all this stuff that normally I would think we would have to cut, turns out we can actually roll and save so much time. Now this handle I do have to cut with a brush because it has a piece that goes behind it. Can't get behind that with a roller. So I'm going to go like that, get the brush in there. Very good. Okay, so every time you're painting, think, if you can fit a big roller on it, big roll it. If you can't fit a big roller, mini roll it. If you can't mini roll it, brush it.